The Aful Dawn X. This has to be one of the best layerings in an IM that I have ever tried, regardless of price. Good day guys, this is Practiphile, and yeah, today we are going to take a look at the Aful Dawn X here. Thank you so much, Mark Super Reviews, for letting me borrow this set. This is a loaner. The samples are very limited on these ones. These are expensive. I think these are priced around $1,300. So also thank you so much, Hi-Fi Go. I think this was sent from Hi-Fi Go or from Aful. Because of that, it reached to me, and so we are reviewing this one here. This is Aful's flagship, featuring 1 DD, 8 BAs, 4 ESTs, and 1 bone conduction driver. I don't have the box with me. This was sent with just, a simple case in here just to save for the shipping. So I can't really talk about the accessories. But looking at the cable that it has, it seems to be just a standard cable. Mashukun. Maybe they put all of their money into the tuning and the sound of this one here. So the build is made of resin. It's a little bit chunkier actually. So the shells might look small, but they are actually a little bit chunky, if you can see that. Fit wise, they fit really good. I don't really have problems with the fit with Aful products, so yes, that's one. Although I have to mention that the nozzles don't have the lips, so you might want to use an ear tip really tight enough so that you don't get ear tips left behind in your ear holes. I don't understand why companies keep doing it. Maybe it's just the mold that they have. It's just a simple ring in there for the lip, just so that to prevent ear tips from, being left in the ear holes. That's my one of the cons in there. Yeah, let us just move on to the sound here. Now, the Dawn X graph looks like that one over there. Let me just overlay my balance target. So as you can see, it's pretty much Aful sound signature. What I mean by that is this has been Aful's house sound. Like if I put in there the Performer 5, it's like that. The Performer 5 plus 2, it's like that. The Performer 8, it's, the gain is like that. The bass is just a little bit different. The Cantor is like that. Explorer is also, like the bass profile. This is Aful's house sound. They usually have a good amount of mid bass. They don't really like tucking their bass a lot, so they have a natural curve from sub bass to mid bass. Not really a lot of gain, which makes this, which makes Aful sets really good at scaling. And they have a little bit of elevation around the presence area, around 6K to 8K, and then just very good treble extension in there. So all in all, the Aful Dawn X for me sounds a warm, balanced set. Maybe it's also because of that bone conduction that it adds dimension to the sound and layering, but it's not even like very bass head, but it feels like the bass is enveloping the whole music, which is, for me, is very unique. This is a very unique sound signature. I like the tonality on this one here, but sometimes it's just a little bit too warm for some of my music. It's not really bothersome, but I would have wished it to have maybe a tighter bass. I mean, like, the bass presentation for me is fine. It's just that maybe for the library that I'm listening to, it works, but it's not great. But still, overall, this has a very lush tonality, warm, and just rich. So for the tonality in this one here, I'm giving it 2.5. Moving on to the bass. Again, the bass on here is very enveloping. How do I say? I mean, I'm the guy who likes tighter bass in general. I don't mind also like bassy signatures, but the implementation of bass on Aful here is really unique. And maybe it's just really the bone conduction in there. It's not like the bass is punchy or bass head level because there's bone conduction. It feels that it just adds that other dimension to the bass. It envelopes, I don't know, like you feel like you're in a room or something. If that makes sense, you're not in the room, but it has that quality of bass that bounces in the room or something, which is you really got to hear the bass in here. So it's really unique for its price range. I mean, maybe this is just the bone conduction in general, because I've never really tried other bone conductions around this price range, but I do think that the implementation of bass here is very good. So I'm giving the bass on that a 2.5. Moving on to the mids. The mids, again, they're very natural. They're very organic. They have that realism in there. It's actually a little bit pushed forward, not forward like they're shouty. It's just that they're very intimate sounding and it's almost tangible. The vocals are almost tangible. instrument timbre is really, really good. I tried it with my drums. Believe it or not, I felt like I was playing real drums. I mean, I'm just using the electric drums anyhow, but I was having fun. Not to mention the fit. When you play drums, you move your head a lot. I didn't feel like I had to adjust the fit. It just fits perfectly. So fit is very good. So that's good for stages. Plus, man, the cymbals, the toms, everything just sounds really, really natural. Kick drums are also okay. It's just really, really good. Like, again, I thought I was playing real drums, and I really had fun using this when I was practicing. So mids on this, perfect 3. I'm gonna give it a 3 on the mids on here. Moving on to the treble. Again, these have 4 ESTs, and I do think that Aful did a great job in the implementation of the ESTs and the treble here. You do see a little bit of peak in there, but for me, extension is really good. Cymbal timbre is really, really good. I don't even think that the treble is forward. I don't hear that it is piercing or there's some unnatural timbre. Again, I think that the treble in here is very, very well done, and I think I attribute that to the overall elevation of the bass as well. Maybe if it had a lesser bass, treble could have been a little bit more forward, but there is just very good balance on everything here. Although leaning to a warmer tonality, treble timbre is really, really good. So I think treble here is 3. And lastly, for the technicalities, man, technicalities on here. Again, that kind of, again, the mids, it's different. It really is different. The Dawn X puts you in that experience wherein, for example, you just want the ultimate experience of an earphone, and after a busy day, you just want to unwind, sit there and relax, and don't think about the graphs, and don't think about other stuff. You just want to sit there, listen, and be with the music. That's what the Aful Dawn X does to me. I don't think about like detail retrieval or stuff. No, it's just the sheer resolution. You don't need to think of it, because when you listen to it, you're just there. You don't need a lot of convincing. Your brain does not need a lot of convincing for the resolution. And so, like, again, it's just great. Technicalities on this, it's 3. I'm not after detail retrieval, I'm after realism, and the realism and the 3D dimension in this one is just great. So again, that's a total of 14, and 14 for me is S. This is an S rank for its price range. I actually changed my scoring a little bit. I actually scored this 14.5. I scored 3 on the bass. I changed it a little bit after hearing the Rockies, because Rockies is like almost 3 times less expensive, but still, this is a banger. This is a very unique set. Do you think you can blind buy this? Yeah, if you are into a warmer signature balance, definitely this is for you. So yeah, S rank for me. And moving on to the comparisons, I think the one that I can compare it to would be the closest one, which is the Cantor. They're sub $1,000 IM. Masha. So the Dawn X here, as you can see there's a little bit of lesser bass in there, and it looks like it's almost the same treble energy, but on listening, you feel that the treble on the Cantor is a little bit sharper in attack. Yes, they can be fatiguing, actually. You just feel that the Dawn X is more relaxed overall, relaxed yet nuanced. So it's not really fair to compare both because they are in the different branches, but just letting you know that even if it looks like a same level of treble in the graphs, the tonality actually shifts from being like a balanced bright to a balanced warm. If you did not like the Cantor at all and you would want an Aful that is balanced, warm, I think the Dawn X is the one to pick. Next one here is the FIO FX17. I just reviewed that. I think these are a little bit more expensive, I guess, $1,500. I do think that the Dawn X is much cleaner on the bass in there and also more enveloping. It's more immersive as well. With the FX17, I also mentioned that when I was playing drums, the cymbals were a little bit too splashy and forward, but on listening, it was fine. But with the Dawn X, music was okay, playing drums was also okay. I didn't have issues with the cymbal timbre and that. For me, I have to pick the Dawn X here. I just think that this is a better, I don't say, like it offers a more unique experience. Whereas if you want like that mid-bass thump and authority, maybe you can pick the FX17. Otherwise, for just a clean bass and overall like texture, I feel like the Dawn X is a very, very good one. Next one is another flagship also. It's the Cadenza 12, which is also very, very close to the FX17 right there. It's almost the same story. Although the Cadenza 12 is more technical, there's more balance with the Cadenza 12. Like, there's not really like a lot of elevation in the bass, the mids, and the treble. Yeah, there's better balance, but also more expensive, like $2,500. And again, the Dawn X just has that, that gives you that unique experience when you're listening to music. It's like, it's like a shortcut to audio nirvana or something. It's just like when you listen to it, you just listen to your music, you know? Like, I was having a hard time skipping songs, really, and I rarely do that. I was listening to, do you know The Warmth by Incubus? Then there's this bridge, and the layering of the guitars were just very, very audible in that, and, you know, like, I just didn't want to skip. I just continued listening, and it was so great. Also, I was listening to, what was that? Like, I think The Power of Love by Celine Dion. I had goosebumps on that. Like, the timbre of the vocals was just very, very realistic. I felt like I was in the concert, like in the front row. It was crazy. I mean, the cadenza is also very, very realistic, but I don't think that the $1,000 price hike justifies, because the Cadenza 12 is, I think, priced around, oh, it's actually just $2,000, so sometimes $500 more expensive. Yeah, it used to be $2,300. But anyhow, I still think that the Dawn X offers greater value and greater music experience, in my opinion. And again, the last one is the Rockies. Why the Rockies? The Rockies is actually cheaper, but they're actually more similar than different. Look at that in there. I mean, well, yeah, you do see there that the Dawn X has a much bassier profile, just evident there by the amount of bass that it has. You also see there that the Rockies has a little bit more gain. I mean, my point here is the Rockies also has very, very good realism, but I don't even know why I'm comparing this. Maybe my point is different top of the lines offer different kind of experience. Sometimes it's really not the tonality that you like. I have my own target, but I enjoy different sound signatures. So when you're looking for end game, sometimes it's really not your preferred signature or your target signature. Sometimes it's what experience are you after? Are you after the details? Are you after the resolution? Or are you after like a bass warmth, or like just different sound profiles? And that's what I like about discovering new IEMs. Although I have my own target, but I enjoy listening to different sound signatures because they offer you a different kind of experience. And that's my point in here. The Rockies, you can actually get a top-of-the-line sound for only $499. But again, if the tonality is for you, because the Rockies is like balance leaning to bright, and the Dawn X here is just warmth. It's very easy to like, scales well with volume, and just very, very good value. So yeah, my message to the viewers here, if you feel like you are in that ballpark looking for a warmer signature that has good technicalities and, you know, offers a very engaging and immersive sound, the Dawn X might be for you. Audition. Message to Aful, I am a fan. Although, like, I'm not angry you didn't give me a sample. These are expensive. I would have bought it myself. I could buy this, but, you know, it's just very expensive, even with the discount. I've been a fan of you guys because you just don't stop in surprising people with your technology. Like, starting with the Magic one, the single BA, and the other stuff. Like, I have your Polar Night earbuds, and so I'm a big fan, and not a fan of the Aful 5+2 though. Like, I didn't like the timbre on that planner there. So I mean, at least I'm very honest with my reviews. But I know a lot of people liked it, so you can't really please everyone. But still, I think you're doing a great job. So yeah, I guess that is it for my review, guys. It's really been fun reviewing this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day there. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye for now.